the clock.
Evening, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor Who news. And yes, there are some very interesting things that popped up on the internet across Twitter and whatnot today. All right. Keep in mind, Omega Files this weekend will be the Golden Voyage of Sinbad, which, of course, is going to have Tom Baker as the main villain. So I'm really hoping you sit down and enjoy that with us. Okay. Let's go to first up on the docket, shall we? Okay, let me bring this up. As some of you may know, we got some filming pictures out of Tenerife today. Let's take a look at the first set here. Let's go over these real quick. All right. Seems we got some folks walking around here. Once again, not too sure who these folks are. Possibly just filming and crew and whatnot. Then we got this interesting set picture here. Obviously, the backdrop being this stone. Not sure what's going on in this scene, but just the intriguing stuff is yet to come. Once again, this is more of a close-up. We got some folks setting up here on the hill. All right. So I'm trying not to bore you to. Here we have some more scaffolding set up for a different scene. This is where it's going to get interesting pretty soon here. Here we go. All righty. And if I remember right, they told me this guy's name, and I can't remember it to save my life. But apparently, I believe it's something Freeman. Oh, it'll hit me in about an hour after. It don't matter. But apparently, obviously here, see, look, he's wearing some sort of costume here, so he's obviously involved in this episode. If this is Capaldi's new costume, I think it's pretty damn interesting. You know, nice wool coat. Oh, check out the T-shirt. Probably not. Probably just a little pic, you know, for, you know, before filming or whatnot. But then check this dude out here. We're going to take another look at him in just a minute. All right. Oh, look, hot trailer action. Just show you guys here. It's kind of weird seeing this kind of stuff set out in the middle of nowhere like this, and this is obviously a marker here. But wait a minute. Is anyone else seeing something here in the center of this picture? Let's go to a larger one, shall we? Does this figure look just a slight bit familiar to y'all? Am I crazy? Or maybe, just maybe, is that Missy? Not sure. Unfortunately, we have no facial shots. A lot of these are just far away stuff. Okay, then we go back to this. Another zoom up a little bit closer to these folks here. I'm saying some folks are thinking that's either Jenna Coleman or someone else. Not sure on that. But then we come back to this guy. This is the one that intrigues the crap out of me right here. Obviously wearing some sort of prosthetic gear. Is this a new alien? Or is this somebody who's been charbroiled? Because that's the kind of look he's got. Don't know yet. But keep in mind, they're filming episodes 1 and 2 right now. So we should be finding out in September. But once again, take a good look at the costumes. If you want to see these pics, they're over on Doctor Who Filming. Various other sites have them up. Doctor Who TV has this one in particular if you want to go take a look at it. But I thought I'd share these with you real quick, all right? So that's all we got right now from Tenerife. Okay, now let's get on to the nitty-gritty. Oops, and I clicked on the wrong link. Don't that suck? Oh, considering after we went through earlier today. Okay, just to give you a little, sorry about this, guys. I'm learning a little bit more organized in this, but I've got a lot of things on my plate right now, and my brain's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. There may be some big surprises coming to the Omega Files this spring, and I'm really hoping they are, okay? Okay, so if you want to see some of these pics, boom, here they are. Now, these are a bit low res. Doctor Who TV has a nasty tendency to do that. They'll stick up the freaking lowest res pictures I can find just to save bandwidth. But, you know, maybe it's a limited space thing on their website. I don't know. But if you want to take a look, these are right here. I'll leave a link for you below in the description box. All right, next up, Stephen Moffat, Doctor Who remake would be dreadful. And this was over on Cold Box. Here we go. Doctor Who showrunner Stephen Moffat assured fans that the show will not be remade. Now, asked at the BBC Worldwide Showcase, a TV industry event in Liverpool, if any foreign TV channels ever inquired about making their own version of Doctor Who, he replied, quote unquote, if anyone were to ask me, I'd say it's an absolutely insane idea. You couldn't have more than one Doctor Who in the world. It would just be dreadful. Now, again, quote, now Moffat also commented on that the 52-year-old show has to become unremakeable, saying, quote, has become unremakeable, saying, quote, Doctor's probably penetrated enough that it's no longer regarded as an import. It's just that show, end quote. So, Series 9, of course, began filming in Cardiff and will air on BBC One this autumn, and that's what they're sticking with. I'm laying money it's going to be around the same time as it was last year. Also, keep in mind, right now they're filming in Tenerife for this week, so I'm just glad we got some definite pictures and stuff out of this. Okay, on a sad note, and I hate to do this to you in the midstream, veteran Doctor Who designer Barry Newbery has died at the age of 88. Barry Newbery, very sorry, it's just a repetitive thing. Was one of the oh god, see, now I'm getting tongue-tied. And it's sad too because was one of the most prolific designers of Doctor Who, working on more episodes of the classic series than any other designer in its 26-year history. His contribution ranged from the very first story, An Unearthly Child, in 1963, through to The Awakening in 1984, with a total of 62 episodes across 14 stories. Barry Newbery joined the BBC in the late 50s and was working as a freelance designer in London, overseeing window displays and designing exhibitions. Early work for the corporation included Comedy Playhouse and The Last Man Out, a 1962 period drama starring Barry Letts. In 1963, he found himself attached to the new science fiction program planned by the BBC, Doctor Who. He was one of the two designers drafted in to replace the original designer, Peter Berkaki, or is it Brashaki? I'm getting better, okay, all right. Who had left the series following disagreements with the series producer, Verity Lambert. Now, Berkaki had designed the sets for the original pilot, but had left the show by the time the first episode was reshot, leaving Newbery to recreate the original junkyard and school set, which had been destroyed following the completion of the pilot. For the majority of Doctor Who's first 2 years, Newbery would share design work with Raymond Cusick, with Cusick taking the science fiction stories while Newbery worked on the historical adventures. After creating a Stone Age settlement for An Unearthly Child, he was tasked with creating the court of Kublai Khan in Marco Polo, the city of forgive me if I pronounce this one wrong. It's always been a tongue tire for me. Tenochtitlan, or is it Tenochtitlan? Or is it Tenochtitlan? I always mess that one up. I don't know why. In the Aztecs, and the cities in the deserts found around Jaffa in the Crusade, and Saxon Crusade in Saxon England in the Time Meddler. In 1965, he worked on the first Doctor Who Christmas episode, The Feast of Stephen. My God, I am tongue-tying all over the place, but it's really sad, man. Before competing. So. All right, that one wasn't my fault. I think it's before completing the remaining 5 episodes of the Dalek Master Plan. Oh my goodness. He voyaged into the future in the Ark, and check out all these typos, and that's another thing that's throwing me off major. That's what I don't like when, this is an obituary. This is about a guy who's been in this show, who had been in this show longer than anybody else, and they didn't even bother to run a spell check, man. Oh, man. All right, into the future with the Ark before returning to historicals, recreating the town of Tombstone, Arizona in the story, The Gunfighters. In 1968, he worked on his second Doctor story, The Dominators, and in his 1970 third Doctor story, The Silurians. He completed 3 fourth Doctor stories, The Brain of Morbius, Mask of Mandragora, and in 1976 was followed by The Invisible Enemy in 1977. His final credit for Doctor Who came in 1984 when he designed the 5th Doctor story, The Awakening. Outside of Doctor Who, Newbery worked on a vast range of projects, being involved in some of the most iconic television series of all time. Now, oh man, look at these typos. He worked on historical dramas, and I'm sorry, it's just typos throw off my chain of thought. Especially with something like this, working on the Oneida Line, Prince Regent, The Citadel, and Shadow of the Tower, as well as much more modern dramas such as Zedcar, Softly Softly, and The Expert. He ventured into comedy with shows such as Dad's Army and Sykes. In 1979, Newbery won an RTS Television Award for his work on The Lost Boys, and the following year he received a BAFTA nomination for Prince Regent. And Newbery took many great behind-the-scenes photographs during his time on Doctor Who, and a large selection were published in the Barry Newbery Signature Collection, published by Telos Publishing Limited in 2013. Barry Newbery died peacefully in his sleep this morning. And it's sad, too, but 88 years, good run. I'd be happy to see 88 years. But it's sad we've lost such a legend to the show. Forgive me, I left my email thing open, which was my fault because I'm working on stuff, top secret stuff. Things that'll blow your mind. Okay, Doctor Who Adventures 362, latest edition. Doctor Who Adventures magazine is offering readers a chance to win tickets to the upcoming Doctor Who Symphonic Spectacular. Inside, there are 12 chances to win tickets to the concert, which is coming to venues around the UK this May. The magazine also looks back over the last 10 years of Doctor Who, check out the best scares and scenes since the series' return in 2005. And also, they have this other stuff loaded in here. I'll see the new issue of BBC Doctor Who Adventures magazine, issue 362, is out from the 25th of February, which is today, through the 24th of March, priced at £3.99. And lastly for today, over on Blockter, you're going to love this. Doctor Who repeats the move from BBC Three in the UK. Director of Television Danny Cohen has posted on the BBC blog explaining why BBC Three is not for sale in response to an offer from television producers John Today and Jimmy Mulville. The men had offered to buy the channel since the corporation's decision to move BBC Three online. And of course, you can read the full thing right there. There's a link. You can see it. Currently in the UK, BBC Three screens a repeat of an episode during the week of its first transmission on BBC One, with subsequent repeats then to follow. This has been the standard practice since the show's return in 2005. Now, with the channel going online, this means that an in-week repeat could have been ditched on television. Thankfully, this seems not to be the case. And what they're doing is, quote, with repeats of other BBC previously commissioned programs on BBC Three, such as EastEnders and Doctor Who, we will redeploy these repeats on other BBC channels, and secondary rights will continue to be sold to UK TV or other partners. Again, quote, now this would mean that immediate repeats for new episodes will fall to either the BBC Two or BBC Four, or perhaps even BBC One on a Sunday afternoon. Now, BBC Three will cease as a television channel later this year on to move online. The precise date of this is not known at this time. So this means that repeats for Doctor Who Series 9 will have a new home. Oh, man, they're just getting nuts over there, man. Okay, once again, I'm sorry I got a little tongue-tied tonight. It's been a long night. I have got a lot of irons in the fire. I'm working on a lot of really good things. I want to give some big shout-outs to some friends of mine out there. Special thanks to Anthony for doing a lot of the artwork for the channel and the Facebook page. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to get the name of his company, so that way we can get it put on the page and all that. You can see where this great artwork's coming from. He's been doing a lot of little icons and banners for me, and they're really looking good. Special thanks out there to Elijah and Matt, and for that, you're going to find out later what that was for. Okay, guys, until next time, I'm going to get on out of here. So take care, talk on, enjoy the rest of your day. The weekend's finally coming. Yahoo! See you later. Bye-bye.